Topic: Justice in Peru. What does justice mean in the context of Peru? In the context of Peru, justice represents not only the application of laws, but also the protection of human dignity in a society marked by social, economic, and cultural diversity. Peru is a country with rich traditions, indigenous communities, and urban development, but it also faces challenges such as inequality and corruption. Therefore, justice in Peru means ensuring equal treatment before the law while recognizing historical disadvantage and promoting inclusion. Why is justice important for Peru's democracy? Justice is fundamental for democracy because it guarantees that allows public equality to all citizens, regardless of social status or political power in Peru, where political instability and corruption scandals have affected public trust. A strong and independent justice system is essential to restore confidence in institutions. institutions. How does corruption affect justice in Peru? Corruption weakens justice by allowing individuals in position of power to avoid accountability. When corruption exists within political or judicial systems, citizens may lose trust in fairness. This creates frustration and social tension, as people may feel that justice only applies to those with fewer resources. What is the relationship between justice and social inequality in Peru? Peru has significant social and economic inequality, especially between urban and rural areas. Justice involves reducing these gaps by ensuring equal access to education, healthcare, and legal representation. Social justice aims to create fair opportunities for all Peruvians, including marginalized communities. How does justice protect indigenous communities in Peru? Justice in Peru must also respect cultural diversity. Indigenous communities have rights recognized by law, including land rights and cultural preservation. A just system ensures their rights and respected and protects communities from exploitation or discrimination. And how does access to education relate to justice? Education is a tool for empowerment. When access to quality education is unequal, opportunities become limited. Justice requires creating educational policies that reduce disparities and promote equal development across regions. What role do young people play in promoting justice in Peru? Young people have a powerful role in shaping a more just society through civic participation, education, and ethical leadership. Peruvian youth can challenge corruption, promote equality, and strengthen democratic values. How does injustice affect mental and social well-being? Experiencing injustice can create anger, frustration, and hopelessness. When people believe the system is unfair, social trust decreases. This affects collective well-being and can increase conflict. What is social justice in Peru context? Social justice in Peru involves addressing poverty, racial inequality, discrimination, and limited opportunities. It requires policies that support vulnerable populations and promote inclusive economic development. How can individuals contribute to justice in Peru? Individuals can promote justice by acting ethically, rejecting corruption, respecting diversity, and participating in democratic process. Small daily actions such as honesty, responsibility, and respect build a culture of justice. Extended is justice as a challenge and responsibility in Peru. Justice in Peru is both a constitutional principle and a social aspiration. As a democratic nation with a complex history of political transitions, economic inequality, and cultural diversity, Peru faces a unique challenge in achieving true justice. One of the central issues affecting justice in Peru is corruption, where public officials misuse power, the credibility of institution weakens. Citizens begging to question whether the laws are applied equally. Restoring trust requires transparency, accountability, and ethical leadership. Another important factor is inequality. Significant difference exists between urban centers like Lima and rural Anden or Amazonian regions. Access to quality healthcare, education, and legal representation varies widely. Justice, therefore, must go beyond punishment and address structural inequalities. Peru's multicultural identity also demands intercultural justice. Indigenous communities has historically faced discrimination and marginalization. Protecting their rights is essential for a fair society recognizing cultural identity, while ensuring equal legal protection strengthens national unity. Education plays a transformative role in promoting justice. An informed population is better equipped to demand accountability and participate responsibly in the democracy. Young professionals and students have opportunity to contribute through ethical practice and civic engagement. Ultimately, justice in Peru is not only the responsibility of judges or politicians, it is a collective responsibility. Every citizen contributes to justice through daily and ethical decisions, respect for diversity, and active participation in society. Justice is a not static achievement, but a continuous process for Peru to grow sustainably. Fairness, equality, and responsibility must guide uh, both institutions and individuals. Final reflection. Justice in Peru is more than a legal ideal. It is a social necessity. In a country with immense cultural richness and economic potential, justice determines whether opportunities are distributed fairly or concentrated in the hands of a few. True justice requires courage to fight corruption, to defend vulnerable communities, and to demand transparency. It also requires responsibility from every citizen. Justice begins from when we reject this dishonesty in small situations, when we respect others regardless of their background, and when we act with integrity, even when no one is watching. Peru's future depends on building trust between institutions and society. Without justice, democracy weakens. With justice, development becomes of sustainable and inclusive. Justice reminds us that progress is not measured only by economic growth, but by fairness, dignity, and equal opportunity for all Peruvians. Okay, dialogue from the series Better Call Saul. Uh, Hi, Jimmy McGill. Hi. We meet inside. Oh, hi, hi. You didn't get it. You were never gonna get it. They dangle these things in front of you. They tell you you got a chance, but I'm sorry. It's a lie. They had already made up their mind. They knew what they were gonna do before you walk in the door. You made a mistake, and they are never forgetting it. As far as they concerned, your mistake is just is it's who you are, and it's all you are. And I'm not just talking about the scholarship. I'm talking about everything. They'll smile at you. They'll pat you on the head, but they are never ever letting you in. But listen, listen. It doesn't matter. It doesn't, because you don't need them. They're not gonna give it to you. So what? You're gonna take it. You're gonna do whatever it takes. You hear me. You are not gonna play by the rules. You're gonna go your own way. You're gonna do what they want to do. You're gonna be smart. You are gonna cut commerce, and you are gonna win. They're on the 30th floor. You are gonna be on the 50th floor. You're gonna be looking down on them. The higher you rise, the more they gonna hate you. Good, good. You root their noses in it. You make them suffer. because you don't matter all that much to them. So what? Screw them. Remember, the winner takes it all. I forgot, go get my booze. You understand what I'm trying to tell you, right? Yes, I think I do. Alright, alright, go get them.